Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. As always, if you're new here and you like aquariums or anything to do with koi ponds, be sure to hit that subscribe button to make sure you don't miss out on any future content. And if you're returning, welcome back. Also appreciate it if you could give me a thumbs up on the video as well. Really does help me with the algorithm on the channel. Right, this is the last episode in this mini series of me setting up this 50-gallon aquarium, 250 litres. And what I've done basically over the last few weeks, over a 4 or 5 week period, I've been documenting the fish that I've been introducing into the aquarium. So don't worry, I didn't introduce all these fish all in the space of a week. That would be a bit daft, but I did treat it. I did use some filter media that was already established in my sump, so that's helped me along the way. Plus I've used 2 or 3 products as well, which I'll be detailing about halfway through this video. But yeah, this video is going to detail all the fish that I've put in this tank over the last 4 or 5 week period. So yeah, as you know, this is a 250 litre tank, 50 gallons. Now this is my ideal community tank setup. I didn't really want to go for one variety. I wanted a good mixture of fish, different species, top, middle and bottom kind of dwelling fish, just to give it a nice all over viewing perspective as such. But yeah, anyway, let's crack on with it. Like I said, this is taken over 4 or 5 weeks. I hope you enjoy. I'll see you soon. Right, so first fishes for this aquarium are some neon blue tetras. Got 10 of these. Obviously they're a shoaling fish, so they perform better in groups. But they've been floating a little while now, so I'll get them in. Right, so there's the first fish in the tank. Some nice neon tetras. There are quite a few different varieties of tetras. I'm probably going to get one of the other varieties as well to put in this tank. The neon blue tetras come in either this standard, or you can get cardinal neon tetras, which do grow slightly bigger, and the red and the blue goes fully from left to right. Nice symmetrical fish, but I decided just to go for the standard neon tetras in this tank. It's a great addition to any tank, gives some great colour, and they're a joy to watch, to be honest with you. A great little shoaling fish. So it will be interesting to see how these guys get on when I start adding some more fish. But yeah, those are my first ones in. Right, I'm back at my local fish store. Decided to go for a few more tetras, just for this time. This variety, which is a rosy tetra. You can't quite see the coloration of them at the moment, but we will see them when they get into the tank. They're a South American tetra. Can grow up to 2 inches, this variety, so it'd be interesting to see how these get on in the tank. So yeah, I'm going to grab 4 of these and get them home. So there we are, we're back home, and we've got the rosy tetras in the tank with the neon tetras, being quite inquisitive of each other. But these are a great community fish, tetras of any variety, to be honest with you. They are chasing each other around at the moment, but yeah, they'll soon settle in. But yeah, if you're looking for a community tank, then you can't really go wrong with tetras. There's quite a few varieties out there, but yeah, I've decided to go with the neon tetras and the rosy tetras. So these will definitely get the tank biosystem started. Okay, so a week later, we've come to get some more fish. Now I've decided to go for some guppies. Quite a common tropical fish. Plenty of variety. There's so many varieties of guppies. You won't be spoiled for choice. You do need to bear in mind that they are a live bearing fish. So unless you're prepared to take the fry out of the tank or get another fish that will clean up the fry for you, so to speak, you will expect to get some fry not too long after you've actually put the fish into the tank. They can grow to 1.5 to 2 inches, so not a massive fish. And when you come to buy them, if you're going to go for a male and female mix, it's definitely worth having more females than males. Otherwise, the males can get a little bit aggressive. Again, just like the tetras, these are a fish that are really easy to keep, so you can't really go wrong with these. And they're a great community fish, once again, not aggressive at all. So looking forward to get these back into the tank. So I'm also going to go back with a centerpiece fish today, and I've decided to go for a gourami. Now, there are many different types of gourami that you can get. You do need to be careful with these, as some are a lot more aggressive than others. I've decided to go for this pearl gourami. They're one of the most friendliest, less aggressive species of gouramis, and it is a full-size gourami as well, so it'll definitely put some size on. So looking forward to getting this centerpiece fish back into the tank. So let's get these fish home. So there's the gourami and the guppies back home and into the aquarium. Another kind of less aggressive species would be the honey gourami, so it was a choice between either a honey gourami or a pearl gourami, but I did decide to go for the pearl gourami. Also, the benefit of having this centerpiece fish is that if my guppies do decide to start breeding, then this gourami will definitely clean some of those fry up for me, so my tank won't be overpopulated with guppies in a few weeks' time. The little bubbles that you can see in the tank there, that's from my CO2 system, so that's running well at the moment. But yeah, we've got the guppies in now, the gourami and the tetras, and they all seem to be getting on fine. That guppy that you just see there, the top centre of the screen, he's been a little bit of a dick, but I think he'll settle down once they all start getting used to each other. But yeah, quite happy with how the tank's looking so far. Some smaller fish and a centerpiece fish, and yeah, we're looking to get some more in very soon. But before we do that, I'm just going to show you some of the products that I'm using to help this tank along its way. So yeah, happy with the look so far. Right, I just want to put on the record these products that I've been using since I set up the tank. Basically it's these 3 products. Now, I have been adding fish on a weekly basis. Some people say, oh, you shouldn't add fish for at least 4 or 6 weeks, but in my experience with ponds and with aquariums, unless you've got something in the tank that's producing waste, therefore producing ammonia, then you're not going to get an established bio system. You're not going to get it up and running. So basically, I use the Evolution Aqua Pure Plus Aquarium. Half a bottle of that at the start when I first added the first lot of fish, and then 2 weeks later I added the second half of the bottle. That's the dosage for my tank. I've also been using Stability, Seachum Stability, which is a similar product to the Pure Plus. Thing is, you can't overdose on these, so not a problem. So I've been dosing with that once a day, and I've also been dosing with Prime, 1 capful of that per day. Like I say, this is more on the bacterial side, helps with establishing the bacteria. What Prime does is it binds the ammonia and the nitrites, so it has no ill effect on your fish in your aquarium. So basically I was using that every day until my biosystem got established. I've done water tests every week since I set up the aquarium. It took about a week, 2 weeks for my ammonia bacteria to kick in, and it took about another week then for the nitrite bacteria to kick in. Just done another water change, 0 ammonia, 0 nitrites, and I think was it 1.5 15 parts per million of nitrate, which obviously you remove with your water changes, and obviously I've got the plants in here as well, which will be absorbing the nitrate. So yeah, I did add fish a week after I added water to the tank, but with using these products I haven't had new tank syndrome, which is one of the main causes of fish deaths in a new tank. All of my fish are healthy, seem happy. Obviously I can't ask them, but they don't seem in any discomfort at all. The system seems to be running well, and I think tomorrow I'll go and grab another couple of fish. And right, we're back to get some more fish, and I've decided to go for a couple of swordtails. Quite a common fish, again, really easy to look after. There's so many different varieties of these swordtails, some great colours out there. They are related to platies, so again this is a live bearing fish, so if you haven't got ways and means of keeping the population down, be expected to have some fry along the way. The males tend to have the long sword on their tail. Most of these that are in the picture now tend to be females, but I do want to get one of each. Again, these are a great community fish, sport for choice really, but in the end I've decided to go with a male and female pineapple swordtail, which is in the next clip here. Yeah, probably the best of the bunch with regards to colour, so that'll definitely bring some great visuals to the tank. So the next addition, I wanted to get myself a pair of Bosmani rainbows. These are. It's a new fish to me, but I was assured that that would be great in a community tank. The males tend to have a red tail, the females tend not to have a red tail, but as these were juveniles and the colours can come through later, I had to take a bit of a gamble, but I do think I've got a male and a female of these Bosmani rainbows, so it'd be good to get them back into the tank. While I was here as well, I also wanted to get some bottom feeders, some nice catfish. Now these peppered corydoras, they only grow up to a couple of inches. It's a great addition to any tank, having some cories. Like I say, they're bottom feeders, so any food that gets mixed into the gravel at the bottom that's left over by the other fish, then the corydoras will make good work of that. So I've decided for the time being just to pick myself up 4 of these corydoras. And we're back home again, and the corydoras are in the tank, and they're already been put to work, doing their job at the bottom of the tank. It is also worth noting that if you are going to have anything like corydoras or plecos, it's good to have driftwood, some real driftwood in the tank, because they do like to graze on the wood. Obviously it's not their main part of the diet, but they do enjoy having some driftwood or some oak in the tank. And this is one of the Bosmani rainbows. It's the female, I believe. Pretty plain, a bit of a blue tinge to it, and here comes the male with the reddy orange tail. Had no problems so far with these in the tank. Seem to be keeping themselves to themselves. And there's a gourami as well. So yeah, quite happy with all the fish that are in there at the moment. No problems. And the community tank is definitely coming together now. Right, another week later, and we're back for some more fish. So I've decided to go for these German rams, which are a member of the cichlid family, but they are very small. I don't think they grow to much over 2 inches. Beautiful colours on these. You'll be able to see them better when they're at home in my tank, but yeah, I've decided to go for the 2 of these German rams. And a surprise addition as well to the tank. I've decided to go for a betta, or a Siamese fighting fish. Now these are all females in this tank, and having done a bit of research, I'll be fine to have a female in my tank. So I'm going to get one of these and get it in the tank and see how it goes in our community tank. Hopefully I won't have any problems. So there we go, the albino Cory is in. Albino Coridora. Strange looking fish, but they'll complement the other Cories that we've got in there. So I've got 5 Cories in total, 4 of the peppered and then 1 of the albino. I've just given them a quick feed, so just to get them all a bit active. But yeah, I quite like that albino Cory. Great little addition to the tank. And there's the 2 German rams. I was kind of hoping to get a male and female, but because they're juveniles it's just so difficult to tell. There were a couple of the rams in that tank that did seem a little bit mardy, but these seem to have settled in quite nicely since we got them in. Just getting used to the new surroundings. There's the other one there in the centre of your screen. Oh yeah, nice little fish. And they had a decent bit of colour to it, to the tank. And there we have a female betta, or female Siamese fighting fish. I was a bit mixed on whether to actually have one of these in the tank, but having done a lot of research on them, females are a lot less ag than the males, and you can have more than one female in the tank, as you saw from the clip before when I was at my local fish store. But yes, added some really nice colour to the tank. So I'll let her get settled in. Okay guys, so I think that's it for the stocking for the time being in this tank. It's a hive of activity. Quite, I'd say moderately stocked. In total, a couple of the tetras didn't make it. They did seem weak when I put them in, but yeah, we've got 8 of the neon tetras, 4 of the, is it the rosy tetras? Which of those ones there? We've got 5 guppies. We've got the Pelgarame, which once he grows he'll be a nice centerpiece for the tank. We've got the 2 swords, got the 2 rainbows, and the 2 rams, which we've just seen. The female bear, which I'm really starting to like, especially when she's up in the colour, up in the lights. The colour really does come out. And yeah, I've got the 4 peppered Coridoras, which are great for cleaning the bottom of the tank, any uneaten food. And of course the albino Coridora. I think I've covered it all. I've also got, which I didn't add, but I seem to have got them anyway, some snails. Yeah. I think I've come in on the they've come in on the plants. Wasn't planning on having snails in here, but no harm in having some clean-up crew in there. I've tested my water again today. Been testing it weekly and it's spot on. Ammonia, nitrates 0, and my nitrates are at, I think it's 10 parts per million, which is just about right for the plants. There's a nice view of the German ram. Beautiful colours on him. But yeah, water parameters are good. Filter's doing a cracking job. Really happy with how this has turned out. So, on to the next project, I think. See you soon. Right, that's it for this one, guys, and that's it for this mini-series. Chuffed to bits with how it's turned out. I've got a brilliant variety of species of fish in the tank. Find myself sitting here for an hour of a night just watching the tank while Mrs. KC's watching rubbish on the TV. Yeah, really pleased with how it's turned out. So yeah, I'll leave it there for this one. Yeah, I'm not sure when the next bit of content's going to come out. Probably give a couple of updates on the koi pond and the aquarium. But we've got, what, 10, 12 weeks before the koi season starts again and before spring kicks in. Hopefully we have a really short winter and spring gets here real soon, because I'm going to find myself twiddling my thumbs. But anyway, I'll stop rabbiting on. I'd appreciate it if you made it to the end of this video, if you could give me a thumbs up on it. And also feel free to ask me any questions on how I've set up this aquarium. It's always good to hear from you guys. Okay, so yeah, we'll leave it there, and until next time, thanks for watching.